So today we are going to discuss how the bin is getting, how once the spring.xml will get open by the container, or once this will get loaded by the container, and once they will start reading the bin definition, what how to write the bin definition inside this XML. Okay, we need to know how to write the bin definition in this XML file, and what Spring will do after reading that bin definition. What internally Spring will try to do after reading that bin definition. So if this file name is match, if this file name is it will match with the name which I'm providing here, then somehow Spring is not going to give you the compile time runtime error saying that file not found exception. So 2 point we understand from here. One, the files, the spring.xml name, this name, there is no rule for this file name. It can be any name. Only, only we have to we have to only remember this file should be in our class path or should be in our src folder. And the second point, the first point, this should be in our class path or under the src folder. The second point, this spring.xml, whatever the name I will provide here, the same name I have provided for this constructor. If this name will mismatch, then we'll get the runtime error saying that file not found exception. So in future, if you'll get the file not found exception, at least now you are clear what can be the problem. Now let's see what we can write inside this spring.xml, and then again we'll come to this line and we'll discuss. So now once this file is available, now what Spring will do? Spring will start reading the bin definition. So somehow inside this inside this XML file, we have to write the bin definition. So like whatever the class we have inside the Spring, all are known as bin class. All are known as bin. So how many classes we have? So this lab2 is not the main class is not considered as a bin class. Rest other class I'm going to consider as a bin class. So somehow I have to inform to Spring container, this class bike, bus and traveler class is going to be the bin for our example, or this is the bin class for this example. So how we can tell to the Spring? For that, you can see here, this is the XML file. So from here, this is the default lines. Once you'll get any XML file, then this line will come as a default for the encoding system, and we don't need to worry about this. Here, this line, okay, from here to here, I will discuss this in the depth later, okay. But just for timing, you can understand I'm using one tag here, that is the bins tag. And inside the bins tag only, you have to write all the bin definition. So inside one bins tag, we can write couple of bin tags. So you can see this is the one bin tag, this is another bin tag, and this is the third bin tag. So inside one bins tag, we can write another bin tag. Okay. Like same as if you know about the Maven. So in the case of Maven, under the dependency, we can write multiple dependency tag. Same as here, inside one bin tag, we can write multiple bin tag. So somehow first we have to create this tag, and this we can copy from anywhere, like from the Google, or once I will provide to this file, this project, you can copy this, you can copy the same thing and you can paste in your example as well. And we'll discuss about this one later. What is the purpose of this? Okay. But now let's go to the bin definition. So once now here we have to write the bin definition. So to write the bin definition, the first tag what I'm going to use here, that is the bin. So to write the bin definition, first tag must be the bin only. So inside the bins, I have one bin. This is the one bin. So this is the open tag for the bin. And since this is an XML file, make sure it is a well-defined structure. I mean to say, if you are trying to open any tag, you must have to close that. If you not close that, you will get the error while running your program. So now after writing the bin, for every bin, there will be one unique ID. So here I'm going to provide the ID. This ID must be unique inside this XML file or inside this container. So this ID can be anything. Again, there is no restriction for that. Now we have to tell to the Spring this bin definition for which bin. Okay, I mean to say we have three bin. So we have to provide the class name here. Okay, you have to tell to the Spring this bin definition I am going to write for the bin name as bike. So once you are writing the class, this is the one attribute, and then we have to provide the full package name with class name. So this is the package name for our program. Okay, and this is the class name. So you have to provide the full path here. Now once you'll go to this bike, okay, so once you'll come to this bike class, so you can see that this bike beans is dependent on two bin. Sorry, not two bin. This bike bin is dependent on the two data member. One is the model and other is the price. And somehow this model and price, this data member I want to inject based on the setter injection. If you want to inject any of the data member based on the setter injection, for that we have the tag. The tag name is the nothing but the property tag. So since I want to inject this method, I want to inject this data member based on the setter injection, and due to that reason, I'm using the property tag. So here, tell me how many data member do we have? We have two data member. What is the name? One is the model, other is the price. So here you can see I'm using two property tag. Since here both the data member I want to inject based on the setter injection, and due to that reason, I'm using the two property tag. One property tag for the name model. Again, make sure the name which you are writing here, this name must be matched with your data member name. This name and this name must be matched. If this model name, if this property name will not match with your data member name, you will get the runtime error. You will get the runtime error. I'll show you. I will rename. I will make some changes here, and will show you. You will get some error saying that this property does not able to find, or some error at runtime you will get here. Now, after that we have to write the value. So with what value we want to initialize this data member. I'm saying I want to provide the value as a TVS 160. So now in the model, somehow I'm trying to assign the value as a TVS 160. I will tell you what is the meaning of this line. The next, we have another property name. The property name is nothing but the price. Okay, and for this price, again, the name must be matched here and there. And then I want to provide the value. So somehow I'm providing the value for this. I mean to say somehow I want to set this value inside the setter method of this price. So if this method will not be there, and even you are using the property tag and you are using the value, somehow you will get the again error. Again, you will get the error. I'll show you both. But before that, let me tell you what is the meaning of this entire beans. What is the meaning of this entire bin definition? So what Spring will do is once I'm running the main class, somehow this file will get open, and somehow container will try to read the bin definition one by one, all the bin definition, and they will read in the same sequence in which we have defined the bin definition. So I mean to say, first they will read this bin definition, then they will read the second bin definition, and then they will read the third bin definition. Now, once they will read this bin definition, they will check if this bin available in this package or not. If this bin is available, then it will go in that class. They will check how many data member do we have. We have two data member. They will ask us how we want to inject this data member. I am saying based on the setter injection. They will say, okay, for the setter injection, you are using the property tag. I don't have any concern. Now let me check the name. The property name is matching with your data member or name or not. If this will match with your data member name, then only I will inject this. If not, I will not inject this. I'm saying, yeah, it is matching, then fine. Then the value, whatever I'm assigning, it is getting assigned in this via the setter method. And the same thing is happening for the other property. The meaning of this thing, the entire meaning of this thing, based on this, while reading this bin definition, what Spring container will do, somehow Spring container is going to create the object for us. So how they are creating the object? So they are creating the object based on the default constructor here. So they are saying bike B is equal to new bike. New bike. So once I will run this program, you can notice that time somehow first this message will get print. Once this bin definition will get read by the Spring container, first of all, they are trying to create the object internally. I am not doing, I just given the bin definition. Somehow Spring container is doing for us. After doing this one, what is the next step? So here we have the property tag, and property tag we are using for the setter injection. So they will check is there setter method available corresponding to this name or not. So yes, I have one setter method. The name of the method is nothing but set model. So they will call the set model, and they will set the value for this. So what is the value for this? TVS 100. So somehow they are going to set the value for this. They are going to set the value for this. Now, after this, what is the next tag? Again, property tag. Property tag for which data member? Price. So do you have the price in your bins? Yes, I have the price. I have the price data member inside the bin bike, and somehow this property name is matching with this data member name. Since it is matching, somehow here they will look for, do we have the setter method for this data member? Yes, I have. What is the name of that? Set price. So they will call the set price here, and somehow they will set the value. So the next step, what they are going to do, b dot set price, b dot set price they are going to do, and somehow they are going to set the value. So internally they are creating the object and they are calling the setter method, and they are going to set the price. So if you are facing is any problem to understand this, I will suggest you to go with the tight coupling and loose coupling example, which I have did in the core Java, and try to correlate. There I was responsible to create the object like this. Here I'm just writing the bin definition. I'm not creating the object, but somehow internally after reading this bin definition, Spring container is doing or trying to create the object for us. Now, if I run this program, you have to notice first what will happen. Somehow this message will print, the message will get print from this constructor. Then the message will get print from the set model. I mean to say this method will get called, and the method will get, this message will get print, and somehow then finally this message will get print. So I'm going to comment this line for you. Okay, and let me run this example first. Let me run this example first and let me do some mistake. So come to this lab2.java, okay, and just try to run this and notice what is the output here. Oh, so there's some compilation, there's some error. Let me see what is the error here. Okay, so whatever the error somehow we are getting here, that will fix later. Okay, but see here, somehow what message I told you. So this is a byte bus constructor. Somehow this is printing. This is the bus constructor is printing, and then somehow they're calling the set model. So set model from where they are trying to call. So just you can notice here, set model. So set model only I was saying here. If you see this, see here set model. So set model method is getting called, and once the set model method is getting called, somehow the value is printing from the set model, and the value what the message which I'm writing here. This is the set method model for bike, and the next somehow it is printing the set price method for the bike, because somehow this is getting called. This is getting called. Why I'm getting the below error, that I will see later. Okay, that I will see later. But for this example, somehow, okay, or let me comment this line for the timing. You will not get the error. You will not get the error for timing. I'm commenting this line. Now you will not get the error. Okay, so 1 second. I have to comment from here to here. So one by one, we'll fix the issue and we'll see what is happening. So now if I run, you will not get any error. Oh, still no bin name. Okay, sorry. So what I can do, I can comment from here this two line as well. For timing, I'm commenting this two line as well, and I'm going to run this example. See, there is no error and my program is running fine. My program is running fine up to here. So just you can consider up to here only. Just you have to consider up to here. In the next tutorial, okay, in the next session, I'm going to discuss about the this bin definition, which is this is the bin definition for the bus. So I will discuss there how we are injecting the bin for this class, and what internally Spring container is doing, how like how the Spring container is getting the class for object for us, and how they're injecting the value based on the constructor injection. And there even I will show you like how if the property name will not match, or if the class name is not in the proper package, then what can be the problem we can face, or if we don't have the setter method for any of the data member, what error will get, I will show in the next session. So I'm going to stop the class for today. We'll see in the next session.